Singer for Star Playhouse presents Dick Powell, Charles Boyer, David Niven, Ida Lupino.
Beautiful. George, it's beautiful.
What?
The island.
Oh, they're all the same. When you've seen one, you've seen them all. Hot, uncomfortable, full of insects. You don't have to go ashore. I'm only going to stay long enough to see this doctor.
But, George, I've waited 2 years for this honeymoon. We haven't been anyplace yet.
Oh, for Pete's sakes, Laura, it's nothing but a couple of palm trees stuck out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean.
But, George...
All right.
Wait till I get my camera.
Laura, I wish you'd stop acting like a tourist. No, Mrs. Masterson.
Doctor, Ota, very sick. Come quick.
You the doctor? Yes. Look, I want to talk to you. Not now. I'm in a hurry. Emergency. Why, the insolent. Who's he think he's brushing off? Black magic. Witch doctor.
But he gave the man a shot.
Shot of what? Shark's milk?
No, penicillin. I find it infinitely better than shark's milk for the treatment of coral poisoning.
Penicillin. Then why the coconut juice?
If I want them to accept my ways, I have to accept theirs.
Look here, I said I wanted to talk to you. I'm George Masterson.
I don't care who you are. If we stand out here in this sun much longer, we're all going to get sunstroke.
George, please. I hate to see you get so angry.
I said my name was George Masterson. You've heard the name, Masterson. I own this island. I own the soap company that gives you your job. You work for me, is that clear?
Perfectly. Sterilize it carefully, Marrower.
I do, Doctor. I do.
You know, it's funny. I never thought of Masterson as being a man.
No? What did you think Masterson was?
I don't know, a sort of copra-devouring octopus that spewed out soap for sale.
Well, now you know. Masterson's a man. A man with questions. And he wants answers. About you, Doctor.
What do you want to know about me?
What is your real name?
You know my name, Masterson. It's on all the records. It's Sidney Bartell.
That's what it says on the records. Sidney Bartell. But that's not your real name.
What makes you jump to that conclusion?
Because I'm particular who works for me. I check into everybody's background. It took me a while to get around to you, but I finally did it. And what do you think I found out about your background, Doctor?
What?
You don't have any. You're all the same, aren't you? You white doctors who go native. You think you can change your name and hide out in the tropics. You think nobody will find you out. What did you do? Lose your license? Kill a patient?
Now, why should it make any difference to you? I do my job here. These people respect me, and I respect them. They don't ask for my credentials, where I came from, what my name is.
What is your name?
Sidney Bartell.
All right, Bartell. If that's the way you want it, you've got a week to get off this island.
And where do you think you'll find an unclouded doctor to take my place for what you pay?
You're being overpaid for that mumbo-jumbo you practice.
Mr. Masterson.
Yeah.
Here.
What's that for?
For you. You're sick, Mr. Masterson.
Come on, Laura, we're going back to the yacht. It's cool.
Did you tell him?
Sure, I told him.
What did he say?
How could he say he's guilty?
Seems a shame to make a man leave a lovely place like this.
Oh, stop romanticizing, Laura.
Doc. Hey, Doc. That's Johnny Boss.
In here, Johnny.
You don't quit scrubbing that floor, Moreau, you'll wash it away.
Doctor say keep him clean. I keep.
How's the old pill pusher?
Oh, as well as can be expected.
How's Watao doing?
He's doing all right. He should be back at work in a week or two.
I gotta hand it to you, Doc. In the old days, coral poisoning meant amputation. Worked miracles around here.
Don't thank me. Thank penicillin.
Did, Masterson talk to you yet?
Yes.
Look, Doc, I tried to talk him out of it, but I'm just a labor boss and he wouldn't listen to me.
It's funny, he can sit out there isolated in his yacht and with one word decide the whole course of a man's life.
Oh, maybe you could, well, you know, straighten out your record and... Okay, Doc, forget it. Bad habit of mine, talking too much. I'll be down at the copper sheds if you need me.
Doctor, could you come right away?
Come where, Mrs. Masterson?
To the yacht. George is sick. He's terribly sick.
Fever?
Yes, I think so. It happened right after lunch. He's in awful pain.
Marrower,
I got doctor. We go?
we go.
I must tell you, Doctor, that George didn't want you.
I understand.
It's only malaria, I tell you.
What is it, Doctor?
It's acute appendicitis.
You're crazy. I've never had appendicitis.
You've got it now, and you had to be operated on immediately.
Not by you.
All right.
Where's the closest hospital?
In Tahiti.
We'll go there, George. There are doctors there.
Yes, there are several fine doctors there. There's also a good mortician.
You don't scare me, Doc. You think I'd let you stick a knife into me? Well, I'd...
Operate on him, Doctor, now, please.
It's up to you, Masterson.
Well, do something. Do you want me to lie here and die?
Get one of your crewmen to help me carry him.
You're not going to take me off this boat.
I can't operate here.
You're not going to cut me up on that filthy island.
There's a blow coming up. This boat's going to bob around like a cork in a bottle.
You're a liar. There's no blow coming up.
Do what the doctor says, George, please.
What do you think you're doing?
I ought to keep you quiet till we get you on the island.
This is a great opportunity for you, Doctor.
Where is everybody?
Well, these people are walking barometers. They don't stay out of doors when there's a blow coming.
It doesn't look like it will storm.
It will.
Hey, Doc, the mailboat's in. Got your medical magazine. Oh, Miss Masterson. Anything wrong?
My husband had an appendicitis attack. The doctor's operating on him.
Say, that's great. Oh, I didn't mean about the boss being sick. But the doc finally getting to use it.
Use it? Use what?
Well, the operating room. You'd think it was the Mayo Clinic the way he keeps it.
When was the last time the doctor did any surgery?
Oh, the natives have got a taboo against hospitals. You couldn't get one near an operating room.
Stop! Don't touch him!
Do you want to contaminate the patient? Stay out of here. Ether. Cigarette?
What was that?
Just the wind. Quick blow. It'll be over soon.
Why, he was right.
He is going to send you away, Doctor?
Scalpel.
Your husband's all right. But you'll have to nest him. I can't spare Marua.
May I see him?
Sure, go on in.
Doctor.
Bet it felt good, huh?
What do you mean?
Well, you know, using the operating room. Never get a native in there. Bet it took you back to the old days, huh?
Where did this come from?
Well, a mailboat came in today. I brought it up to you.
Well, you know how I feel about people picking up my mail. You had no right.
The skipper asked me to.
I don't care who asked you to. Never do it again.
I'm sorry. But I'm glad about Masterson.
Well,
You'll be all right. Just rest.
I suppose you thought I'd wake up full of gratitude and tell you could stay on here.
No, I've long since ceased to expect anything. I find it makes people more palatable.
Oh, I'm palatable. I expect to pay for services rendered.
No? Just what do you figure your life is worth?
So that's it. How much, Doctor? 5,000? 10,000?
No.
More?
I've already been paid.
What do you mean?
My check from the company was on time this month, as usual.
Oh, that was for taking care of the natives. This is different.
Not to me, Mr. Masterson. A life is a life.
How could you talk to him like that? How could you be so ungrateful to him? A man like that.
I offered to pay him.
You can't ever pay him. Every time you take a breath, every time you take a step, you'll have to remember that he let you do it.
What did he do? Work his black magic on you?
Oh, Mrs. Masterson.
I hope I don't intrude.
No.
I'm sorry, Dr. Lubeck, about George.
What did you call me?
Dr. Lubeck, I didn't mean to pry. I saw it on the medical journal while you were operating on George.
I see.
It doesn't make any difference to me who you are. I just want you to know I'm grateful you saved George's life. You like it here, don't you, Doctor? This island means a lot to you.
I didn't realize that it showed that much.
I could tell the first time I saw you in the native hut with the coconut and the hypodermic needle. What did the coconut mean, Doctor? Is it a superstition?
No, I'd say it's more of a religion. The coconut is life to these people. And you can't say they're wrong. After all, they eat it, they drink it, they make their houses of it. Everything they do evolves from the coconut. They even get paid by the Masterson Company for ripping it off these beautiful trees so it can be crushed up into soap. Oh, I'm sorry.
What will you do, Doctor? Where will you go?
Who knows? Somewhere out there's a place for me. Another island. Somewhere where I'm needed.
That must be a wonderful feeling.
Laura! Laura, where are you?
I in charge. You want something?
Where's my wife?
She go for sea island with doctor. I fix you.
Get out of here! What do you want?
There's going to be trouble. The natives are unhappy.
Well, why bother me with it? That's what I pay you for.
They're unhappy about the doctor leaving the island.
Well, tell him he'll be replaced.
It isn't a case of getting just any doctor. You've got to find one that'll treat these people like human beings. Understand them. Take the trouble to respect their customs.
What are you trying to do? Save his job for him? Well, don't waste your breath. He leaves the island day after tomorrow.
What's the matter?
That pig-headed, bull-headed...
What do you think you're doing?
I'm getting up.
Not in the heat of the day. You can get up this evening.
I get up when I please.
Not while I'm the doctor.
Your days are numbered.
George!
Marwa! He'll be flat on his back for at least another week.
But you're leaving day after tomorrow.
You're in a great bargaining position, Doctor.
You tempt me, Masterson. But there'll be no bargain. I'll stay with you as long as you need me, and that's all.
Tomorrow's the last day.
You like this island, don't you?
Yes?
Or is it the doctor?
Good morning, Laura.
Good morning.
How do you feel?
You're in love with her, aren't you?
George.
Well, are you in love with my wife?
In love with her? Thank you for the compliment. You can go back to the yacht tomorrow.
Then I'm all right.
Physically.
That's good enough for me.
Yes, it would be. That's your sickness, Masterson.
Hmm?
You, the big you. You have to be top man, don't you?
I am top man.
For the moment.
What are you getting at?
You were worried that I was taking your wife away from you. Well, you should be. Because one day, somebody will.
If you didn't have any feelings for him, you might at least have had some for me.
Is it true, Laura, that I lose you?
Would it matter?
Matter? But you're my wife.
Yes, I know that.
What's gone wrong? What have I done? I thought you were happy. Is it,
The doctor? It's not that simple.
But what is it then? What's wrong?
You don't know, do you?
All I know is that you're my wife. I love you. I always have loved you. But before I let anyone take you away from me, I'll...
George.
Do not forget good luck figure, Doctor.
Thank you, Marua.
Oh, Marua, take my bag down to the yard, will you?
Yes, sir.
I'm not much for apologies, but I did a lot of thinking last night. I was wrong about you. I want to make it up. Where do you want to go?
Go?
Sure, New York, London, Paris. I don't care who you are or what you did. I have influence and a barrage of lawyers to square anything for you.
Now, just a minute. Are you doing all this for me just because I took out your appendix?
You know that's not the reason.
Yes, I know. But I can't accept Madison. I'm not interested in New York or London or Paris. But thank you just the same.
You mean you want to stay here?
Yes, if it doesn't stretch the policy of the company too far.
Laura said you want to stay. All right, if that's what you want, you got a lifetime job. No questions asked. But I still think you're crazy.
I'm ready, George.
You were right, Laura. He's not leaving with us. We're leaving now, Johnny. I'll cable you from Honolulu about the new contract.
Good. Hope you have a very nice trip.
Thank you for everything, Dr. Lubeck.
Goodbye, Doc.
Goodbye.
May I say goodbye, Miss Masterson?
Goodbye, Johnny.
She called you Lubeck.
I used to think you were Lubeck, too.
Used to.
Once before, I saw that name on your medical magazines, on the mailboat before you picked them up.
And?
Well, last month I had to go to Papiti. Got a little curious, asked a few questions. I found out that Dr. Lubeck's been dead for 4 years.
You've been very square with me, Johnny. You have a right to know the truth.
Look, Doc, you don't have to tell me anything.
I want to. I am Sidney Bartell.
Bartell? But that's impossible. Masterson had you looked up. There's no record of you anywhere.
There's no record of a Dr. Sidney Bartell.
What do you mean?
Well, it's a long story, Johnny. The short of it is, I'm not a doctor.
You're not a doctor? How about the work you do here? That operation?
Oh, I started out to be a doctor. I did 2 years of medical school. Then the war came along. Well, in a Japanese prison camp, even a half-baked doctor like me was better than none.
What kept you from going back when the war was over?
Oh, a lot of years had gone by, and I just didn't feel like going back to school. So I island hopped for a while. I ended up in Papiti. That's when I met Dr. Lubeck. He took a liking to me and made me his assistant. Then when he died, he left me everything, all his instruments and books. I never did get around to canceling that subscription of his to the medical journal. Well, there's only one thing to do now. Back to school.
But you're doing fine here. What do you want to go back for?
2 little initials. M.D. Oh, I knew it, Johnny, in that operating room. I knew I'd have to go back. You see, that operation was an easy one. But if I went on like that, one day I'd come across a tough one, and then I'd be taking a chance. I wouldn't want to do that.
I don't get it. If you didn't plan on staying here, why didn't you tell Masterson?
And spoil the first decent thing he ever did in his life. Here, catch.